So many people living with diabetes are told the same thing: cut out carbs completely. But the truth is, carbs aren't the enemy. Eating them the wrong way is. And that's where food pairing becomes a powerful tool. When you pair carbs with the right foods, especially protein, healthy fats, fiber, and acids, you dramatically change how your body absorbs glucose. Instead of sugar rushing into your bloodstream all at once, the rise becomes slower, gentler, and easier to manage. This isn't just a theory. There's solid science behind it. For example, one systematic review from researchers at the University of Toronto found that adding lean protein to a carbohydrate-based meal reduced post-meal glucose by improving insulin response and slowing gastric emptying. Another study published in Clinical Nutrition showed that when healthy fats were added to starchy meals, participants had significantly lower glucose peaks because fat delays the breakdown of starch in the stomach. Here's what this looks like in everyday meals. Pair whole grains with grilled chicken and broccoli. The protein from the chicken and the fiber from the broccoli help blunt the grain's glucose release. Top your toast with eggs or cottage cheese instead of jam. The protein and fat combination slows carbohydrate digestion dramatically. Instead of eating fruit alone, combine apples or bananas with almonds or peanut butter. The healthy fats form a glucose shield that prevents sudden spikes. Add chia seeds or flax seeds to your morning cereal or smoothies. These are fiber powerhouses that reduce the speed at which carbs are absorbed. Pair roasted sweet potatoes with salmon. The omega-3 fats in salmon slow digestion and improve insulin sensitivity. Adding acid-based foods helps even more. Acidic foods also play a surprising role. Research published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that acetic acid, the main compound in vinegar, reduces the rate at which starch turns into glucose and boosts muscle insulin sensitivity. So instead of drinking vinegar water, which many people dislike, you can incorporate acids naturally. Add lemon or lime juice to your roasted vegetables. Use balsamic vinegar in stir-fries and marinades. Include sauerkraut or kimchi as a side dish. They naturally contain beneficial acids. Make your salad dressing using apple cider vinegar and olive oil. These small changes create a slower, steadier glucose rise. If you want to know exactly how apple cider vinegar can help steady your blood sugar, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss that video when it drops. Food order also matters. Another often overlooked trick is meal sequencing, the order in which you eat your food. Restaurants love giving bread or chips before the main dish, but that is the exact opposite of what helps your glucose curve. Start with a salad or the protein instead, then move on to the starch. Small shift, huge payoff. A study from Weill Cornell Medicine showed that people with type 2 diabetes who ate vegetables and protein before carbs had lower glucose levels for hours after the meal compared to when they ate carbs first. Same meal, different order, completely different glucose curve. Start with your vegetables, which are high in fiber. Then move to your protein and fats: chicken, fish, tofu, eggs, nuts. Save your carbs for last: rice, bread, potatoes. This simple switch turns a big glucose spike into a slow rise. What about meals you can't separate? Foods like casseroles, stews, pasta dishes, or sandwiches don't let you separate foods easily, and that's perfectly fine. In those cases, focus on adding balancing foods rather than rearranging. Add avocado slices to sandwiches. Add lentils or chickpeas to pasta sauces. Mix vegetables into fried rice or noodles. Use olive oil based dressings on mixed bowls or salads. You still get the benefit, even if you don't eat each component separately. Easy ways to add acid without drinking vinegar. If vinegar water makes you cringe, you can still get all the benefits by using pickled onions in wraps, adding kimchi to rice bowls, making a lemon herb dressing for salads, adding a splash of white vinegar when cooking soups or beans, drizzling lime juice on grilled fish or tacos. These flavor boosters are delicious and blood sugar friendly. Walking after meals is another game changer. Even light movement, like tidying up, walking around your home, or going up and down the stairs, helps muscle cells pull glucose from the bloodstream. One study in sports medicine showed that short, slow post-meal walks were surprisingly effective at reducing glucose spikes. sometimes outperforming longer walks done hours later. Why does it work so well? Because the muscles in your legs, especially the lower leg endurance muscles, are excellent at burning glucose steadily without getting tired quickly. Carbohydrates themselves aren't the enemy. The issue is how processed they are. Finely milled flour, such as what you find in crackers, pancakes, and many packaged snacks, digest extremely fast. But minimally processed carbs like bulgur, quinoa, steel-cut oats, and barley digest far slower and produce a smoother glucose curve. Think of it like the difference between burning a newspaper and hardwood in a fire. Highly processed carbs are like paper. They burn fast and hot. Whole food carbs are like wood. They burn slow and steady. Fiber is especially important. It's one of the most beneficial parts of carbohydrates because it slows digestion, supports gut health, improves satiety, and keeps glucose steadier. Also, avoid eating too close to bedtime. Our insulin sensitivity drops significantly at night due to circadian rhythms. Melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep, also suppresses insulin release. That means your body becomes worse at moving glucose out of the bloodstream late in the evening. Eating earlier gives your system a chance to handle the glucose properly before rest. Ideally, aim to finish your final meal at least 2 to 3 hours before sleep. Get enough sleep. Poor sleep increases cortisol, reduces insulin sensitivity, and raises your fasting blood sugar the next morning. Even just one night of short sleep can cause higher glucose spikes the following day. So, aim for 7 to 9 hours of restful sleep. Your pancreas and blood sugar will thank you. At the end of the day, managing diabetes isn't about perfection. It's about stacking small habits that support your glucose all day long, pairing your foods wisely, eating your meals in the right order, moving after you eat, prioritizing whole carbohydrates, and stopping late-night snacking. These tiny, sustainable habits build up and protect your long-term metabolic health. If you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications, especially because I'll be posting a full video on how to use apple cider vinegar safely for blood sugar control, and you don't want to miss it. Drop a comment below and tell me what new thing you learned. And if this video brought you value, kindly like and share it so others can benefit too. And stay tuned, I'll be dropping a full video on apple cider vinegar soon. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. This video is created for educational and informational purposes only. It is not intended to diagnose, treat, or prevent any medical condition. The information shared here should not be used as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Everyone's body is different, and diabetes management can vary widely depending on personal health history, medications, and individual metabolic responses.